So I'm about to be very controversial. I think all this is better than any pre-made power box on the market. What's going on, Internet? This is probably one of the more debated topics when it comes to off-grid camping, prepping, you name it. And before we start, I want to say that I actually don't have any problem with any pre-made power box or solar generator, if you want to call them that. Personally, until they're hooked up to a solar panel, they're not a solar generator, just a power box. I think that they have their place and they're very useful. But this is my opinion when it comes more to like a cabin or camping or even prepping. Now first, let's start off with what we have in front of me. This is a 165 amp hour battery with a built-in heater. Also has Bluetooth. This is a 40 amp DC to DC charger with MPPT, meaning you can hook it to your vehicle and you can hook it to solar. It's all in one unit. And the last is a 2000 watt inverter. Now, if you notice, all of these products are from a company called LiTime. For those of you that don't know, I actually use a lot of LiTime products in my personal van. This right here, which is a little bit off camera, is a 3000 watt Pearson inverter. It also is a charger. And I have used this for a long time and it has been amazing, to say the least. But back to what I'm talking about. The problem that I see with a lot of pre-made power stations or power boxes is the fact that most of them run 24 or 48. Actually, majority of them run 48. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that they have. With this system right here, I can power almost anything. Refrigerators, coffee makers, lights, you name it, I can power it. Now, yes, it's true that a lot of 12 volt inverters are not as efficient as a 24 or 48 volt inverter. But I think that is a very small con compared to what I'm going to get at. Back to the power station. The problem with them being 24, 48 or bigger voltage wise is with a 12 volt, you can always charge and make your system work, which means, let's say that this battery dies. I could technically take a normal everyday car battery and hook it up to these two and it would work amazingly well. And it would stay working. You can't do that with a power box. In a 48 volt, you would have to find 4 car batteries just to continue power on that. Now, as I pointed out before, this battery is heated. And here in Wisconsin, it has been cold, like 20 below zero cold. So if you have this hooked up to this, and let's say you're charging in your car or you're charging off a solar panel, this battery will heat itself up before it starts charging. Lithium batteries, or should I say lithium cells, actually don't like cold weather. It kind of hurts the cells. Not quite as much as lead acid batteries, but still, you can hurt and degrade the cells if you charge these below a certain temperature. This battery, you don't have to ever worry about it. The built-in heater will bring the cells up to temperature before they even bother charging. So let's say you put all this in like a toolbox or a little rolly cart or whatever. If you get some Anderson connectors in your vehicle, you can always plug this in to a positive negative off of your battery in your car, and you will always be charging this. And if it's in a rolly cart, it's basically the same as a power box. But just like a power box, if you put it in a cart or a toolbox, you can move it around. It will always be portable. Another thing is you could carry a collapsible solar panel, or maybe you got an off-grid cabin with solar panels that you can put on the roof. This is the same unit, again, with an Anderson connector. You can always charge this system. Whether you have a running vehicle or solar panels, this system can always be charged. And if you have failures, this system can be redone by using a different battery, or you can find a separate charging system. If a power box goes bad, you're done. It's over. Now, this is the first time that I have used a LiTime battery, and I have been thoroughly impressed by this battery because even their apps work great. Everything about this thing really works great, and the quality is there. There are a ton of videos of people taking these apart. But I also want to say, with even my 3000 watt and this 2000 watt, their products for quote unquote a cheaper brand, and we're going to get to that in a minute, have been unbelievable. Now here's what I say. You hear a lot of people say about LiTime and a lot of companies like them, cheap Chinese and all this other thing. Well, I hate to tell you, almost all this type of stuff is made in China. That doesn't make it bad, doesn't make it good, doesn't make it anything. It is what it is. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention lately, but there are some high quality brands that are top notch that have really been having a lot of problems. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't cheap things out there that you probably shouldn't buy, but when it comes to a company like LiTime, they're really not in that category. So what exactly is a cheap brand? Are other brands just charging too much for the same quality stuff? Well, from some of my teardowns, I've actually found that that's true. A lot of other brands charge twice as much as what these guys charge, and it's literally the same thing when you open it up. But of course, I will let you decide that one way or another. All I'm saying is do a lot of research, and you may find certain brands that you thought were cheap are actually really good. Now back to the point of the video, with this simple system, there really isn't much you can't power with. This would also be good in an overlanding situation, as you could also throw this in the toolbox for what we're talking about, or you can put it in your rig. And yeah, I know overlanding, it's kind of taboo, and I agree, but it's what it's called. I usually call it car camping, but hey. But this system alone, 165 amp hours and 2,000 watts of power can get you a long way in any camping situation. This setup could power refrigerators, projectors, you name it. I mean, it could pretty much power almost anything that you could probably throw at it. And if this is mounted in your car, of course, when your car is running, it charges. If you have solar panels, it charges as well. Oh, another thing that people seem to be confused about is pure sine wave. If you look at house current is very fluent, meaning the power that comes out of your wall outlets. It's very, very fluent. There's modified sine wave that is literally, if you look at it on a horoscope, will be very squared off. And that signal is known to be dirty. The problem with that is something as simple as a fan or computers or something like that. They don't like dirty power. So that is something to take into consideration. Now, I will say the LiTime has proven to do is rated and more. If you look back, I've actually done a 3,000 watt version of this, and it did everything I threw at it, and it did it perfectly. But I will say that maybe you'll only use 1,000 watts. A lot of car campers will barely use 1,000 watts, but it's always good to have power on hand. And if you have a battery with a big enough BMS that can take it, then you'll pretty much be ready for anything that's thrown your way. Now, when I showed this to the emailing list, by the way, the emailing list, 16,000 members of our emailing list, you guys rock. Thank you so much. But when I showed a picture of this battery to the emailing list, they instantly brought up, I do believe it's 320, also heated. They wanted to know if you took two 320s with the heated and you put them together in a 12 volt, because there has been other companies that have had problems with the two batteries not balancing together. The answer is, I don't know. As I stated before, this is the first LiTime battery that I have ever tested, used, touched, whatever. I do understand why you asked the question. It has been a problem for other brands. I will do my best to find out if that is the case with the 165 heated and 320 heated. If you put two of them together, will they balance? I will do my best to try to find that out. So I would love to hear from you. What makes a good system? Do you like the simplicity of just taking something out of a box and it's ready to go? Or do you like the part of being versatile and how you're going to use it, like a setup like this? As far as LiTime, they have been incredible, very responsive, very good company to talk to with everything I've asked them. Like I have proven that I have used their stuff for quite a while in the past, and it has never failed me. So these things will be in the description. The links to all three of these will be in the description. As you know, we do not take affiliates or commissions on any link we supply. We do not make a dime if you buy anything, which is why we can say, buy it, don't buy it, doesn't matter to us. You all have a good one.
I'm your huckleberry.
Sun dips low, paints the sky in shades of rust and gray. Another day is fading, just drifting away. Gunslinger Outdoors, Sine creaks in the fading light, lost in the vastness of this lonely desert night.